Good morning, everyone. My name is Junita Pritasari from Universitas Indonesia, and today I'm going to present our research about the dynamic load test of two seismic resistance of steel structure EBF and RBS. This is the outline of the presentation, starting from introduction, followed by research methodology, results and discussion, and the conclusion. Let's start with the introduction. Seismic resistant structural system has been developed for decades, and steel structure has several varieties. The concept of the system is by designing the weaker part as a place of energy dissipation during earthquake, which is named as plastic hinge. Special moment resisting frames and eccentrically braced frames are two of seismic resistance systems for steel structures. SMRF, which is known as reduced beam section, was proposed to enforce the form of plastic hinge away from the panel zone by designing RBS as the weaker section. The beam flange is cut in circular radius on the top of and the bottom flange to reduce the area at the beam end, like the picture on the left. Hence, the plastic deformation from the resulting and the energy dissipation during earthquake. The EBF combines the high elastic stiffness characteristic of a concentrically braced frame and the energy dissipation stability of a moment resisting frame. The longer length allows energy dissipation through flexural yielding, while the shorter length dissipates energy through shear yielding. However, for architectural reasons, the flexural link is preferable since the system allows for a larger clearance than that of shear link EBFs. This research aims to investigate the dynamic parameters of the one story of RBS and EBF system through forced vibration test. Eccentric massacre was used to induce the sinusoidal dynamic force. Two model parameters, natural frequency and equivalent damping ratio, were obtained. And now move on to the research methodology. The test was conducted on a knockdown frame that was purposely designed to support the dynamic test of two systems, the RBS and the EBF. The main frame consists of 3-meter long length column, beam, and composite slab. The test was conducted twice, and it was started with the RBS followed by the EBF. The RBS was uninstalled when the second test was conducted. The EBF system was located on the elevation of plus 1,341 millimeters. Detail of RBS system is shown on the left, and for the EBF system is shown on the right. The load was induced by the eccentric mesh vibrator system, and it was a sinusoidal load with a frequency identical to the structure's natural frequency. The EMS used a two-arm drive system that produced a single directional force. The force exerted by the vibrator can be calculated using the following equation. The structural response was recorded using vibrometer and accelerometer. The accelerometer can capture response in all directions, longitudinal, transversal, and vertical. Meanwhile, the vibrometer only measures the longitudinal direction according to the laser shooting. At this test, the sensor was fired into the center of the beam. And now the results and discussion. This is the results of RBS. The structure was induced by sinusoidal forces twice. Firstly, the force frequency was increased in large increment, and secondly, the frequency was increased smoothly near to the natural frequency of the structure. As can be seen from table 1, the measurement of accelerometer and vibrometer was very close, and the average natural frequency from the test was 3.5933 Hz. The dynamic finite element analysis using OpenSea software was conducted for further analysis. Nonlinear beam column element was used to model the column and the beam. Concentrated plastic hinge was assigned to present RBS. Properties of plastic hinge were defined by rotational spring based on Ibarra modified Krawinkel to describe the nonlinear behavior of the frame. The dynamic load applied in finite element analysis was selected from the test, which produced the maximum displacement response as 0.618 millimeters. The natural frequency was 3.6111 Hz. Based on the first test, then the sinusoidal force with similar frequency was applied to the finite element model. The displacement response based on the finite element analysis was 0.619 millimeters, which was similar to the test result as 0.618 millimeters. It can be concluded that finite element analysis with OpenSys can imitate the dynamic test very well. Further analysis was carried out to get an inelastic response of the RBS. The load was applied with a frequency close to the RBS natural frequency, which was 3.62 Hz. This value was equal to an eccentricity of EMS as 4 kg or equivalent to lateral load as 20.71 kilonewton. The result was presented on figure on the right. As can be seen, the RBS reached the plastic zone where the ultimate load was much higher than the force applied. It can be explained that the RBS experienced resonance since its natural frequency was equal to the frequency of the external force. And this is the result of the EBF. Similar to with the first test, the EBF was tested twice under free vibration and forced vibration. Figures on the left show the reading accelerometer number 1 on both conditions. The signal obtained in time domain was then converted to frequency domain. The natural frequency and the period of the EBS based on accelerometer number 1 was 6.049 Hertz and 6.06 Hz respectively. Using the half power bandwidth method, the calculation of damping ratio is presented in figure on the right, which is equal to 2.06%. The summary of natural frequency and damping ratio based on measurement from accelerometer number 1, number 2, and number 5 and the vibrometer is listed on table 2. The average natural frequency is around 6.09 Hz, whereas the damping ratio is about 2.04%. The finite element analysis using OpenSys was carried out as a comparison. According to the experiment, the EBF was categorized as flexural link. So steel 02 was selected for steel material, which is an uniaxial Giuffre-Menegotto-Pinto model with isotropic strain hardening. First element was assigned for bracing. Beam and column used the nonlinear beam column element that assume plastic deformation to be distributed along the element. Link was defined with elastic comment, where the plasticity is concentrated at the end of link. Similar loading condition as applied on the element was used. The excitation with a light load of 0.11625 kg was induced with gradually increasing frequency. The structural response was in the elastic stage. The displacement reading from the vibrometer was used to compare the finite element analysis and the experiment. Figure on the number 12 figure the vibrometer response where the minimum and maximum displacement was 0.73 millimeters and 0.98 millimeters respectively, thus having a displacement of 0.855 millimeters. The finite element result is shown in figure 13. The displacement obtained is almost similar to the experiment, which is 0.853 millimeters. For the conclusion of the presentation, the force vibration can be conducted by using EMS. The linear dynamic response obtained from the test are the natural frequency and the damping ratio. The natural frequency of the RBS steel frame is about 3.614 Hz, which is similar to the finite element analysis as 3.623 Hz. Meanwhile, the damping ratio is 3.149%. Similar displacement response was attained from the test with the finite element analysis. The natural frequency of the structure gain from the test is around 6 to 6.133 Hz, while the finite element analysis result is 6.13 Hz. Moreover, the damping ratio based on vibrometer and accelerometer measurement is between 2.04 to 2.06%. The elastic displacement obtained from the experiment is 0.855 millimeter, which is almost identical to the displacement from the finite analysis as 0.853 millimeters. The dynamic response conducted by using finite element software OpenSys is potent in modeling a steel RBS and EBF structure with a harmonic excitation. This is the references used for this paper. Thank you for your attention.